there's this idea in that kind of stems from like Zen Buddhism, this idea of tend to the part of the garden that you can reach. And I think that's really what we're doing here. Sekwel was in a lot of ways born out of the challenges that we faced in 2020. Socially, economically, conflict, and just from a personal standpoint, feeling like I really wanted to do something, but the problems felt too big. The particular focus of Sekwel is on this space of individuals who have just found themselves in nearly impossible situations, if not outright impossible situations. They've just found themselves in their lives in a place where, in all likelihood, they're just not going to get out of. And that comes from a lot of different places. There's systematic processes that are in place. There's just chance. There's making poor decisions or just incorrect decisions in the past that have just led them to a position that they're going to be stuck. With Sekwel, the approach that we want to take is to build dedicated teams of mentors around individuals. So once we've identified an individual that we're going to work with, we do a needs assessment to figure out what is it that this individual actually needs to get to a better place. Do they need a real job? Do they need psychiatric help or therapy? Do they need training in financial literacy? Do they need legal assistance? Do they need general health, like mindfulness, fitness, nutrition advice? And once we've identified that, build a team of expert mentors around that one individual. So each mentor is not going to work with 20 different people. They're going to work with one. And that team is going to stay with that individual throughout the entire process until we get that individual to a place that's more sustainable, that feels more stable, where there's hope and there's actually the prospect of doing better. The idea going into it is that that team and that individual are going to be dedicated and accountable to each other throughout the entire process. There's a lot of different ways in which people can help Sekwel in achieving our goal. As far as mentors, there's no limitation to who we're looking for. Everybody has something that they could contribute that for the right person might be the perfect fit. Whether that's a financial advisor, whether that's a therapist, whether that's a yoga instructor, whether it's a nutritionist, a tutor, it's almost unlimited. There's also the way that you can just help financially. Contributions. I may not feel like I have the time or I feel like I'm too far away. Every organization needs financial support in order to survive and to thrive. But what we're really looking to find is the individuals that need the help, the individuals that could really benefit from a dedicated team of mentors who are there to help them. So if you or an individual that you know has just found yourself in a situation that it feels like you're not going to get out of, that it feels insurmountable, it feels impossible, this organization was created for you. So the way that we're approaching this is we're basically building a database of two groups. A group of mentors, so any individual that has the capacity or is willing to help. And that's in anything. I can help with advice, I can help with tutoring. My company can offer a job and training. I can provide physical health training, nutrition advice, whatever it might be. But then there's this other group that we are focusing on building, which is the individuals that need help. The individuals that are going to reach out and say, this is me. Because of X, Y, Z, or because of this one decision or this one thing that happened in my life, I'm in a position that I just don't feel like I can ever get out of. And here's why. And now through that needs assessment of recognizing, okay, what is it that this individual needs? What are the tools? What's the education? What's the support they need to get from here to here? We can now turn to our database of mentors and say, okay, well, here, this individual can help you here. She can help you here. He can help you here. And now here's this team that's committed 100% to you. And you're committed 100% to them. Understandably, sometimes the hardest thing to do is to actually ask for help. And we really encourage the individuals that feel like they resonate with the situation that we're talking about. That I just feel like I'm stuck. I feel like getting from where I am to where I want to be is just impossible. We highly encourage those individuals to reach out. We highly encourage those of you who may be hearing this and someone comes to mind to reach out on their behalf. Asking for help can be a really hard thing to do. And we've seen that in the early stages of Sekwel, of just how many people are willing to help in comparison to how many people are actually willing to say, you know what, I could use the help.